Hey guys. Alright, I'm just checking to make sure everything's set up correctly. Alright, so we're back with day 3 of Camp NaNoWriMo. Just making sure the music is not too loud. I'll turn it down a little bit. Okay, so we left off with the procession arriving at the mayor's house. I did include like a few more stuff before off stream, but the good thing is, you know, it was just like then Michael and everybody else mingling, you know, just having a good time. And so now we are back with Lucinda. She's stuck at the church because she's still under house arrest. So now, you know, it's time for more shenanigans. So I think we're gonna do a little cleanup, and then she's gonna remember that she like hid her sword outside, so she has to go get it and then hide it again. Well, at least, yeah, I think that would be better. Alright, so I don't want to call them orphans, but for right now, they'll be called the orphans. Clean the atrium. There we go. Unlike the adults, they had no... Yeah, the kids don't really, like, avoid her. Alright, so if they're cleaning... I mean, I'm just trying to add some, like, background information, because I could always just go straight to the point, but that's no fun, and that means I have to, like, edit way more than I want to, so there's that. So we do have 2,000 more words for today. I have to, like, I think I have to, like, cover up the word count, because then I just like want to look at it. It's like, okay, is that it? But no, we just started, so we're not even close to that. I think we can get 2,000 words in about 2 hours, give or take, and that's not too bad. It's actually really good. You're going to bed. Can't we just stay up? The others joined in agreement. Kids grumbled last time. Those that misbehaved had to. Pick weeds and all over town. Yeah, that's rough. Just a little background. Sister Evelyn is not that mean, but she means business. You know what? We're gonna leave that there for the word count. We can change it when it's time to edit, but right now we're gonna like put all the words in. Doesn't have to make sense. Finish. Back to their rooms. The girls shared a dormitory, and the boys had their own. Briar and Finn were the last ones inside. Can't we have warm milk? Briar asked. I'm not messing with Sister Evelyn's kitchen for warm milk. Linda told him, better wait for tomorrow. Besides, she makes it better than I do. Briar kicked the floor before going inside, and then closed the door. Stretching, she began a long walk back to her prison room. She still in like a small room. She was halfway there when remembered leaving Crimson Queen outside. Chiding herself, Lucinda turned and walked back to the main building. Yeah, I have to describe the map a little bit better, but I have it. Speaking of which, I do need to bring up the map. I have to change it though. Definitely making it a little smaller. There's too much room. I don't think they'd have too much room. She didn't bother taking a lantern with her. How about a torch? If someone saw her, it was best to do this sneakily. That way she could return her sword back to its hiding place. There we go. It took her a while to find the correct bush, and more time trying to find it inside the bush. Man, I can't spell. I feel like my typing has just gone down. I don't think my words per minute are like, it used to be like high, but now it's like nothing. I need to type more, but I like writing everything on paper, so there's that. Okay. Once was found. I think we can just have it where she's on the way back, just hide it, I think, and you can like hear a sound. And then that way she can bring her sword with her. Way to the barn. I guess in that case, yeah, she'll hear something. A strange clicking? Is it clicking? Yeah, like nails on stone. It's kind of like a click. Made her pause. It was faint, but definitely not a sound often heard around here. Curious. She moved towards the main building. The clicking started to move. A shadow dashed across the grounds. Send his throat tighten. Like, she's still scared, even though she tries not to show it. Something was out there. It's just your imagination, told herself. Oh gosh. Don't look at my typing, it's terrible. And yet she didn't believe herself. Okay. She dashed after this mysterious shadow. And she heard the clicking again. Suddenly, as she hurried down the corridor, clicking stopped. Then to strain her ears, heart racing. What was it? Where was it? A vampire or a familiar couldn't have gotten inside. Father Bennett blessed the grounds every morning. Nothing should be able to get inside unless someone let it in. Dun dun dun. Now we get into Scream. A shrill scream echoed through the night. Broke into a run. It had come from a boys' dormitory. Mary Ann poked her head out of the girls' dormitory just as Lucinda ran by. Stay inside, she ordered. Whatever you do, Don't open that door till morning. Girl's eyes widened and the door slammed shut. I don't know, I just made a random name. Let me put that in the name list. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget this little girl exists. Well, instead of orphans, couldn't I put like what are they called? Like Chloe? No. I can't think of a name. Not a monk. Like, maybe I'll just call them orphans for now. I don't want to spend too much time trying to figure out this name. That's the rough part when trying to like write. It's like, what do I call this? What would be the correct word for it? And it's like, no, you gotta stop. You gotta keep writing. Moment later, Lucinda. Here's the a collection of boys gathered around the entrance. Cinda moved them aside and saw Finn? Was it Finn or Briar? Which one? Ah, this is Finn on the ground. But breathing. There we go. He's not dead. Let's not do that. I mean, no one is really safe. That's the thing. No one is safe. What happened? Briar left. George said. Ben went after him, but he started screaming. Now we have George, a random kid. Okay, George, you'll survive tonight. It was a monster. A lot of J's. Shoot. Name. What's a good name? How about said another boy? Pale one. Added another. Yeah, like, I mean, sometimes you don't have to give everybody a name. It's like, yeah. Boy number 1, boy number 2. There you go. A pale monster. Why was a ghoul holy ground. What happened to Briar? It took him. I don't think it matters who says it took him. No, you know, we'll say that Finn kind of said this. Finn raised himself up. A monster took Briar. Everybody all right here? As the groundskeeper, Mr. Dessner? That's a new name. Dessner. There we go. You know, autocorrect. Alright, alright. So he had a pitchfork in one hand and a torch in the other. You know, Mr. Dessner, you'll supervise the kids. Finn needs medical help, Lucinda told him. I'm going after Briar. Watch over the kids until morning. Lucinda grabbed her sword and ran. The ghoul wouldn't have gone far. Alright, so we have one of two things. So before, let's see, chapter 6 isn't that long. We just started it on page 13. So it's been like 4 pages. Rory had like Michael on the other. But you know what? I think we should break it up. So Lucinda's already running. Instead of having her like run through town following this creature, we're just gonna go back to Michael. Or like the procession. Or the party going on. And then have Michael send something and go investigate. And then we get to, you know, Lucinda finally reaching the place, so that way we can kind of fast forward it a bit more. But let me take a look at my plot. Okay, because it seems that well, because the way I have it is that she chases after the ghoul. She discovers a dungeon or like underground area and has people trapped, and she tries to liberate them only to get knocked out. And then after that, it's like Michael starts sensing something. You know what? I think I will have it. Oh, hey, Carly. How's it going? Hello. I think I will have it where we'll continue with Lucinda chasing after... Oops. The boys. Hello, hello. How's your writing going? Yeah, she'll keep chasing. Creature running across the ground. Well, I don't know. should we? You know what? Let's have it there. Let's have it where she does chase, and then if I don't, if it makes sense to break it up, then we will. But for now, we're just gonna have it where she's chasing. So I have to read it like completely to see if it makes sense first. So right now, let's just write, even if it doesn't make sense. I don't know, because it also seems like I have different scenes just cutting, like you're just layering things. Yeah, I mean, that's what matters as long as you're writing. Yeah, I was, sometimes I'm like, man, I don't want to write today, but it's a lot of words to do. I'm trying to keep myself disciplined. I'm like, okay, at this time, I sit down, I write, let's do this. Briar was in its grass, motionless. Alright, so Michael goes over here, and we'll do that. Okay. Let's see. All manner of thoughts race through her head. How did the gold get inside? Who let it inside? Let's do a little background on the goal. Undead creature turned by a vampire. Had no free will, only acted on their master's orders. There we go. Let's see. Usually there's a lot of ghouls. I don't want to call them zombies because they're not zombies. I think ghouls are like a little different. I need to look up at like the mythology. And folklore and stuff. I don't know, because I mean, it's a lot of different ones. Yeah, these are gonna be like undead creatures. I mean, you know, like breaking up writing is not too bad. Like sometimes you gotta stand up, do some, you know, do some walking, do a chore or something, and then, you know, go back to writing. You know, if it's easier, then by all means, you know. Okay, so we'll have to check for the goals, but we're gonna like do our own thing with them. Okay, so where there was one ghoul, there a whole group of them. Vampires didn't make only one. There we go. Cinda. Oh, let's tap. There you go. Expected it to head towards the gate, but it headed straight for the mayor's estate. Major? No, mayor. Why? Here we go. A suspicion. Suspicious or suspicion? I don't know. Crawled. There we go. So now, towards the town gate. Town's northern gate. There we go. I did put like a compass on my map, and I think the northern gate was over there. Because the southern gate is where you come in. And then they have a western gate, maybe? No, I think they have 2 gates. But that's about it. I didn't put the gate back there. But, you know, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We'll fix the town map. Let's see. Would the mayor be behind all the missing people? Shook her head. It didn't make sense. Without the people, he'd get no taxes. Just like the church. They wouldn't want people to go missing. Yeah, it's all about that money. Maybe it was someone else. But who? Surely she would have noticed a vampire walking among the locals or the townsfolk. Okay, so she's running. So, I mean, in the background she is running. She's chasing after it. Music and light. Music reached her ears before she saw the lights from the religious procession. So that just means, you know, I mean, it's fast forwarding it. I feel like, oh, you know what? I could mention the cemetery off to her left. So yeah, there's that. The dark cemetery loomed to her left. Many generations were laid to rest there. Well, they weren't. Most of them had ashes buried in the ground. There were some who were laid to rest whole, like their whole bodies. Oh, you know what? That's Mr. Dessner's job, was to make sure they stayed in the ground. Or like, you know, no one disturbed their rest. Yeah, I was like, they had the groundskeeper, Mr. Dessner, that I just made up on the spot. But why is he important? Because he makes sure the zombies stay in the ground. I mean, the bodies stay in the ground. There we go. They come back. I mean, because honestly, ghouls can like vampires can basically in this world resurrect dead bodies as ghouls. They're just mindless thing that's just feed, but they don't really have to feed. They just do it as an instinct. Yeah, okay. So, I didn't really expect to add all these other characters, but that's fine too. At least we're having more background of like what a vampire can do, what these creatures are. So that's good because it does, make it so it makes sense. There's layers. Okay. So we did the cemetery over here, so we know they have one. And we're still chasing the ghoul. The creature veered to the right. Let me see what's on the right. Towards the market sector. That's where like the pub and Otto's shop is, because Otto is the like herbologist, so they're there. Yeah, I mean, this I might have to include like there's maybe like a tunnel in the ground or something, because the mayor has like this gate around his estate, so it's like purified, so he believes he's like safe. So I think I'm gonna have like a tunnel leading underneath. It's kind of like an escape route for the mayor in case things go bad, but he didn't really tell anybody about it. It's only for him and his family. As a matter of fact, I don't think I even introduced the mayor either. So I feel like maybe I should include the mayor. Because I just call him the mayor. I don't know if I even introduced him. What's his name? Let's include the mayor over here because it doesn't... Yeah, we need the mayor as well. He's an important figure who runs the town. And if he's not included, then that's terrible. So what would be the mayor's name? Okay, let me include him in my little character list. Mayor. We're just gonna make up names. Let's call him Asher. We can always change it later. We just need a stand-in. Okay. Mayor Asher stepped away from the shadow of his towering house, because he's like rich. They guess a lot of the taxes go to the church, but part like a fraction of that still goes to the mayor. So he does have a big house, a big place, so it's going to be towering. All right, so how do we describe this man? I feel like he'll be plump because I feel like it used to be seen as like that they had wealth because you're able to afford like all this good food. Maybe we can have him like has like jewels or something. I don't know. Like, would he wear his wealth? Yeah, I think he will. I think it'd be like he likes to show off. Like, he keeps the town running, but at the end of the day, people don't really like it. He likes to show off, so. Plump man applauded. Welcome to my humble humble abode. He said, I've set out refreshments and delicacies, oh gosh, I can't spell, for everyone to enjoy. Okay. As the mayor's speech ended. There we go. I have to change it a little bit, but we're adding things. Let's see. It is an honor for a holy priest to visit our fair town of Kanya. I myself knew I had to invite such a prestigious man when I heard he was in the area. The thing is, I had put that the religious procession, there's 10 holy priests going around performing this like ritual ceremony, but Kanya wasn't on Father David's list. So how, I guess this is one of the reasons why he came to Kanya, but like maybe they were like, they're so small, like, you know, they're not really visited. At least this year, you know, they'll get like they can't visit everyone. So it's like maybe the a town gets visited every 2 years. So that way we fix that kind of plot point. Okay, so let me put that in the lore book that the religious procession is every 2 years. Because you don't want to do it every year. It's a lot of traveling. Alright, so where did I put it? I don't think I put it everywhere or anywhere. Oh, they have a, yeah, here it is. Okay. A town gets cleansed every 2 to 3 years. Like, the mayors can ask for a cleanse if, you know, they have like, they're down on their luck, they're really struggling that year. But if it's like, if it's just everyday stuff, nothing major, then, you know, it's fine. They don't have to visit. It depends on need, really. And of course, basing things on need. They say it's need, but it's not really. I knew our town was struggling. So I asked for a cleanse to bring prosperity to everyone. Mostly him, but you know. Mostly him, but you know, he's acting out. Maybe Michael could like grumble over here. That explains a lot. There you go. Because they were like, we had a schedule to keep, and we had to come to this town that we weren't even like told to come. So, all right. So we introduced Mayor Asher. He's here. Awesome. What about his family? I don't know. I feel like his family wouldn't be around here. Finish the dishes? Nice. That's an accomplishment. Dishes are always tough to finish. Alright, so we introduced Mayor Asher, and now we're back to Lucinda chasing the kidnapped kid. There you go. Yeah, yesterday when I was finished writing, I'm like, okay, let me vacuum really quick. Cause my cats shed so much. It's like, you know, the summer started, so you know, cats shed, and one of them is like for like part Maine Coon, and so she's so fluffy, and her hair gets everywhere. So I'm like, man, I feel like I have to vacuum every day. And lint rollers, I go through lint rollers so much. You think you clean something, and then you're like, wait a minute, there's like a whole spot I missed. No, the worst part is that I've had like really bad what's it called, water pressure lately, because the city is doing some maintenance, and I have to either like do laundry or wash the dishes. Like, I can't have both running at the same time right now. I can't even like brush my teeth without having like the water pressure just be gone or something. It's rough. Oh yeah, no, they do. But you know, it's like, okay, well, I need some, I need to eat, so gotta do the dishes. All right, so he rounded the bend, but saw nothing. Heart in her throat. Lucinda slowed to a walk. It couldn't have disappeared. Not with Briar. Okay, so there we go. So she's there. Approaching the area, she put one foot in front of the other. That's right, I have to make sure she goes inside. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of a big scene. But let me just write it out, and then maybe I'll cut it up later. She took a step, and her foot went deeper than intended. I don't know. And her foot got sucked into the earth. Stumbling back, she noticed the hole in the ground was large enough. Was more like a mouth waiting for prey in the dark. Was also large enough to fit a child and a monster. She looked, Lucinda looked around. The mayor's house was a few yards above her. I don't know, maybe on a hill? He had his own watchtower, but she didn't see any movement from the guards. Yeah, because he did have one, a little small one there. It was basically to like let people in and out. I do have to put the little the hole in the ground on the map too, so I can remember it's there. Alright, so let's keep going. think we're like halfway there. I mean, these are scenes I really like to write. And it feels like when I'm writing, if I really want to write it, it goes by so fast. But when it's like a scene that you have to write because it's important, but it's like not that fun, it feels like it drags. Like in the earlier chapter, I forgot what I was writing, but the first day, I think day 1, it felt like it just dragged on and on. And then the last 2 days, like today and yesterday, I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm writing these scenes so quickly. Wait for reinforcements. There we go. Friar didn't have much time. Her papa said ghouls took their victims to their lairs and ate them. Perhaps it had found... No. Because someone let it inside. Oh yeah, no, it really is. It's just, you know, you have to tell yourself, like, I have to keep going. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if the sentences look the same, just keep going. Excuse me. And ate them. Taking a deep breath, Lucinda pushed Crimson Queen into the hole and followed it. Why is she digging through the earth? Let's see. I mean, like Lucinda is like mischievous, and all this other stuff, but deep down she cares. She just goes around trying to help people the wrong way. Talk to her like honey. It pressed in around her. I don't know. Is she claustrophobic? We're about to find out. I don't know. Should we make it? That's a good question. Like playing on fears. Because right now it seems like, yeah, she's pretty brave, like going around and patrolling on her own. But it's like, how do we like push her buttons? Like obviously she has like an issue with people bad mouthing her father. But maybe it's like something else. That's a good one though. Because if she's gonna be like claustrophobic, I mean, of course, it's this moment. She doesn't have to be, but I feel like she can't always be brave. Well, she can, but I feel like she needs a little bit more flaws. Like, yeah, she's headstrong, getting into a lot of trouble, trying to do the right thing. But I think I need to add a bit more to her character. So I'm going to put in parentheses. Well, I should put a comment on there. I mean, let's work with the fact that she might be claustrophobic. So she has to push through her fear. And then maybe somewhere in the beginning, you know, when they're talking about her punishment, when she supposedly killed someone. Well, she killed a familiar, but, you know, same difference. she's like, don't let them, you know, bury me alive or something. That could be like a call to her being scared. Yeah, I think so. Before I forget. Oh, hang on. It's not even here because I started it. Oh, shoot. Okay. So let me go put it in my little lore Bible. Just so that way I remember to go back and put it in there. Because that will be a good callback. Like, we want our characters to have a fear or a flaw. Or both, really, I think. Because a flaw is like just something with personality. But for her specifically, I do want her to have a fear. And I feel like, I think I have her in the ground a lot. So it's like, she still has to push through it. So let me write that down before I forget, because I think that's pretty good. Yeah, something like that. So then we have to like kind of like have it, let's see, a person around her. Squeezed. Oh my goodness. Her eyes shut. She had to keep moving for Briar's sake. Here was thick. Something. I have to look up how to describe that feeling. So we'll come back to that. Bit by bit, she forced herself forward using Queen to clear the way. After what seemed like an eternity later, Lucinda pushed out of the ground and fell into a room. There were cages everywhere, but no sign of the ghoul. On shaky legs, she walked through the room. It looked like a cellar. But held people instead of wine. Wine? I think wine. There we go, there we go. We're getting somewhere. She rushed to to the nearest cage. Briar was inside, but his eyes were closed. She knelt beside him, reaching through the bars, shaking him. He didn't move. One by one, she went to each of the captives. They didn't respond either. Worst of all, she didn't recognize any of them. they weren't from Kanya. Let's see. From here, we can either have her, I think, like contemplate, leave them, or come back. Leave them and come back with reinforcements, or try to free them now. But then it's like, you can't carry everybody out. He looked around, trying to find a door. But it's dark down here, so let's see. We need to mention the light. There was just enough to see inside the large room. There we go. Because sometimes I forget, like, hey, if you're in a room and there's no windows, and if it's like a cellar, you might not have a window, you know, especially back then. So definitely need the torchlight. Okay. If she could come back for help. No. What if they weren't here when she returned? You had to get them out now. Starting with Briar, because she knows Briar and he's a kid. Like, you know, she wants to get the kid out. Lucinda took a stance. She's gonna use her sword. Which is terrible, using your sword on a lock, but okay. Sorry, Papa. You know what? Instead of thinking it, let's have her say it. Yeah, let's have her say sorry, because it's like you don't use your weapon to do that. Oh, that's right. And then it's like she's trying to get the kid out and she like chopping at a lock, and it's like, hey, that's gonna make sound. The lock clanked but didn't budge. He swung again and a third time before the lock fell. There you go. It's like 3 hits, you know? Especially because she can't really see, and this is her first time trying to open this lock. And it's not like she, like, pickpockets or, you know, opens things in general. So, you know, she did the best she could. Alright, so let me take a look at the plot. What did I have next? Because it makes sense in this context to keep what I have written. Oh, it gets caught. Okay. Yeah, okay. Miss Rosewater? Sheriff Whitman asked. Behind her. He's gonna... Okay. I know this... I feel like it could be like a sneaky one, but no, we're gonna do this differently. No. Wait. How did you find this place? Yeah, it's a good question. Patrolling around, he said. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be back at the church? Yeah, so now it's like, hey, you shouldn't be here. Like, I know maybe I'm suspicious, but you definitely shouldn't be over here. Yes, well, Briar got taken by a creature. Pale. What creature? I didn't see anything. How did you get in here? There's no time for that. We need to get these people out. She put her sword down and went to pick up Briar. Aha, and then it totally, you can totally see this coming. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. There we go. You can't let her do that. So of course, you know, I feel like the sheriff has always been suspicious. So it's not like, you know, too bad. This side of her head, dots. There we go. Now she's knocked out. So now that was one huge scene we got. Like, now we know the sheriff is definitely suspicious. And so we go to Michael, whose vampire sense tingles since he is a holy knight. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be huge. Okay. So how are we gonna describe that? So let's have him enjoying himself before he's like, wait a minute, something wrong. I think it was Torvik who was playing the flute. Need to make sure I include them more. Let me see. Give me a second. 1 second, okay? sorry about that. Some of my groceries came in, so I had to bring them in. As Torvik continued playing, Michael found himself enjoying the little tune. Let's see. Maynard and Luis, I think. As switch partners, yeah. Even Captain Jorny and Armin had decided to join in. Luckily, what's the difference between brandy and ale? Oh yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's true. Like, no worries. Hey, if you're writing, then you're writing. That's the good part. Well, then again, would they have ale at this point? No one had drunk. Okay. All right, so looking at my word count, I have like 300 words, so let's push to the last 300. And then call it a day, so that way we can decompress and do it again tomorrow. We're almost there. Like we're hitting our word count, which is great. Yet. Ethan had joined the locals at the tables. Put that there. Even Lieutenant Taylor. Had stopped dancing and was quietly eating in the corner with Sister Adeline. There we go. Just setting up the scene. Everyone's happy before disaster strikes. Michael was on the way around the courtyard when, because he's mentioned like it smells bad. Foul odor. He staggered. Unprepared for it. Let's see, but where would it come from? He looked around. All the locals were here. He didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Oh, there, that's right. Past tense. Only ones missing were Mayor Asher, Father David, and Father Bennett. Michael, let's see, grabbed Ethan and pulled him up. Let's see. Tell Armin take Armin and make a sweep of the area. What's wrong? Something. All right. Michael dispatched the rest of the escort, went inside the mayor's house. I think a butler rushed to meet him. Mayor Asher is in a meeting at the priest, the woman said. They asked not to be disturbed. Let's see, so I'm patrolling the area, ma'am. Asked me to do so unless you want to interrupt them and ask. Roll for deception. The woman hesitated. I'll go with you. Okay. Alright, so now we have this woman who's the butler, but I don't have a name for her. Butler, maybe Connie. I don't know. That sounds fine, Connie. Connie, as he later learned her name. Let's see. Took him through the mansion. Or through the estate. Well, the estate is the whole grounds, and it already has the others like patrolling the outside. So the mansion, would that be a word? The manor. There we go. The manor. I feel like it's kind of important to have like appropriate terms for things. That way, you know, the time period makes sense. They started on the first floor with a kitchen area, the dining rooms, the study, and the library. But the odor was faint He pushed through. What if it's underground? And came to a small courtyard between the wings or something. Let me see. Did I have... Yeah, because the mayor did have that small little courtyard, and that's where the cellar could be. Reaching it, he recoiled, fighting down the urge to gag. What's in here? He asked. Connie, frowned. We have one of the cellars down here. Here. Got many of them throughout the estate. Mayor Asher likes entertaining his guests. He drinks a lot. You have the key? Yes, but why do you need to patrol the cellar? Gabriel, look. Let's just say something rotten is down there. Connie hesitated. I really must ask Mayor Asher. Go ahead, but leave the key. Michael held out his hand. At her hesitation, he barked. Now, jumping, he slapped the key in his outstretched hand and ran away. Dun dun dun. Okay, let's take a look. We have at the little bottom left corner. I don't think we can see the bottom left corner. Let me see. Well, it's there. It's not showing up. Shoot. But we are at 6,009 words. Oh my goodness. 6,009. And just to prove it, I will take a screenshot at it. And then post it. But I do have my word count. There we go. Alright, so we have our little screenshot. So now let's go ahead. Let's go to the website. Because I'm keeping track on the Camp NaNoWriMo website. Which is just NaNoWriMo, but it's like a different link to it. I think you can do it like... I think it's all there in the same website. I think they used to be different, but now they like made it... to, like they merged them. I'm not sure, but it has everything I need. Let's go to projects. Update. Okay, so let's see. We had 4,005 yesterday, so now we have 6,009. So that's 2,004 words, if I'm doing my math correctly. 2,004. There we go, 6,009. Yay, we did it. Oh my goodness. That's like, it didn't take us that long, surprisingly. Like, not at all. I think we were at 7% yesterday. I wonder if it tells us what oh, 10%. We're 10%. Yay! Oh man, all my eyes are shining. We didn't mean to do all that. Alright, so I think this will be a great point to like just relax now. We have our 2,000 words. We made it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's been so much easier because it's a lot of conflict, a lot of back and forth. But man, it's definitely getting a little easier just because it's like exciting stuff. But maybe tomorrow we'll see. Maybe it won't be as exciting. You know, those just the scenes you love makes it like go by faster. But thank you so much. Oh man. All right, so we reached our word count. Thank you so much for writing along with me, chatting with me. I really appreciate it. I wish you luck, Carly, on your writing. I know you can do it. We can push through. So yeah, overall, I think later tonight I'll be on Twitch. Hopefully finishing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Because man, the platforming in that game, I'm terrible at it. But anyways, I'll be on later tonight. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope to catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.